Hello, I'm Geneva Perry, founder and attorney at Promise Law. Thanks for joining me today. I want to talk a little bit about your new bundle of joy. Congratulations, you're a new parent. Isn't it scary? Lots to think about, lots to learn, and even if you've had one child, you know they're all different. But one thing that you have in common, whether you have one child or four, you need to plan for them. Ask any parent and they'll say what's most important to them to keep their child safe, protected, and lots of parents, even though they don't like to think about it, have wondered what happens if I'm not here. In fact, you may have even gone out and purchased a life insurance policy, said to yourself, there's no way I'm leaving my little one unprotected without any funds. But have you thought about who's going to manage those assets? Who you trust to raise them with your values and principles, and who will just be there as a good teacher and mentor. If you've wondered any of these things, it's time to start working on your estate plan. There are a couple of key factors in an estate plan for people with young children. First of all, you need to consider who you trust to raise them, who you would want to manage their day-to-day affairs, their education, their general upbringing. Those are important people we call guardians. And the only place you can name and nominate someone you think would be best to do that is through your last will and testament. A guardian is a very important person to include in your plan. Another figure that comes in is usually a trustee. Most of us don't imagine wanting to hand over a fistful of cash to our young children at 18. So if you want funds held for a period of time, for education, if they need braces, whatever comes up for kids, then you need to name someone to manage those assets for them until a time certain. You can have trusts in two different types of ways. One is to create it through a will. In Virginia, while that's possible, it isn't always advisable, because the court is going to require accountings for that little person's lifetime until they're 18. There's no getting around it. So if you want to try to minimize the involvement of the court, another route is to create a revocable living trust. That's like a wagon or a box that you build during your lifetime, and you put your stuff in it and you say, if I'm gone, I want the trustee to manage these assets for my young person until the age you decide they're ready to receive those funds. So a guardian, a trustee, two really important people to manage things if you're not there to take care of things for your little person. And I should mention a power of attorney. You know, a lot of times parents envision the worst happening to them. What if they died in an accident? But sometimes people just become very injured, severely injured, and they can't manage their affairs anymore. So another person who's usually part of an estate plan is an agent under power of attorney. This is the person who would have access to your funds to pay for the care needs of your children. A lot of people just assume they might just die, but the truth is a lot of people have periods of incapacity, and even young people. So if you're a young parent, if you're a not so young parent, you've maybe been putting this off, stop worrying about it. Just start getting it together. We'll help you every step of the way. Call now to register for our free workshop to learn all aspects of estate planning, and you'll get a complimentary vision meeting with one of our attorneys to help you see the way forward for you and your family. Thanks for joining me.